Thanks. The Joint Committee on Environment and Natural Resources held a hearing this afternoon on an act relative to the Quabbin watershed and regional equity. The hearing was streamed virtually, featured a bill that seeks greater regional equity and provides for reasonable payments to Quabbin watershed communities for local municipal needs. Now, beginning around 1927, the towns of Dana, Enfield, Greenwich, and Prescott were all disincorporated, evacuated, then flooded to create the Quabbin Reservoir. Current law states the remaining communities around Quabbin receive minimal compensation for their efforts and sacrifice.
This water is life. The Quabbin Reservoir provides life for eastern Massachusetts, allows the eastern part of the state to grow and expand, and yet for far too long, the recompense for towns that steward this water has been a pittance relative to the value. For too long, I would suggest, Massachusetts has taken from its 4 western counties water and food as we maintain open space and reservoirs that sink carbon and actually breathe for us, without fully grappling with the cost of maintaining these treasures.
Senator Comaford stressed that the Quabbin provides pristine drinking water to millions of people in the eastern part of Massachusetts, despite schools in the watershed relying on bottled water due to PFAS contamination.